And all right, reps consider bill seeking to ban cross-dressing in the country and jail offenders for 6 months. Wow, wow, wow. The reps, these people in the House of Representatives must be so busy. They must be so very much busy that there is no other thing to do than to think about putting an end to cross-dressing and jail offenders. Upon all the things we have, several problems we have in this country, issues on security, electricity, different kinds of things, name it. There are no bills to pass on each of those things. The only thing they deem fit, the only thing they deem necessary and important is the bill on cross-dressing. How serious this is. Well, this particular motion was actually was raised in the House of Representatives by Honorable Umar Muda Lawal. He's a member of the House of Representatives representing Toro Federal Constituency in Bauchi State. That's the picture on the screen. This man saw nothing else, had seen nothing else other than to move for the bill to ban cross-dressing. And when I went to check this man's constituency, this constituency where I represent, the Toro Federal Constituency, we have untarred roads, we have flood everywhere, we have lack of electricity supply, we have people who are hungry, we have malnutrition children, we have dilapidated school buildings and things like that. It didn't deem it fit, it didn't deem it necessary to move bills for at least one of these things to be done. At least for the constituency where he is from. The only thing he can do is to dig 2 wells for water. Only that is it. And the money that is supposed to belong to that particular constituency goes to his pocket. Not just him, the whole of them. What is cross-dressing got to do with the problems we have in the country, Nigeria? The only people that are exempted are those that are dressing up like that for entertainment. Maybe the comedians and all of those things. Those are the ones that are exempted. But in this, so if these particular bills go through, so someone like Bobrisky, for instance, becomes an offender, and he or she is liable for 6-month jail term. 6 months jail term. Is that the problem we have in Nigeria? How is that supposed to solve the immediate problems we have in the country? How is that supposed to help us to put an end to the issue of terrorist banditry, whatever you call it? How is that supposed to put 3 square meals on the table of people who are in need of it? How is that supposed to put electricity supply in the homes that have not seen electricity supply for 2 weeks? How is that supposed to raise the dilapidated buildings of schools, especially in Bauchi State, because that is where this man came from? So the bill was actually put through, was actually, presented. It's gone through the first stage, which is the reading. But it has not put through yet. So let's now assume that it pulls through. How many cross-dressers do we have in the country? That you have to sit down and waste your time to talk about cross-dressers. How many of the cross-dressers do we have? Up to 20 million cross-dressers in the country? You cannot pass a bill on something that benefits over 215 million citizens of the country. You are worrying about bill that affect only maybe 20 cross-dressers or 25 cross-dressers. So it tells me clearly that the members of the House of Representatives are so very much busy that is the only thing they deem fit to do. They come to the House of Representatives, they sit down, they collect huge amount of money for things like that, for cross-dressers, for this, for that. They collect huge. You don't want to know how much these guys collect on monthly basis. Money they cannot even account for. Money that's supposed to belong to the constituency but doesn't get to the constituency. We have malnutrition children. We have dilapidated school buildings. We have lack of proper electricity supply, lack of pipe-on water, pensions not paid, worker salaries not paid, no bills was moved to end all of these things. At least try one to put an end to one of these particular aforementioned problems. You are there, sitting then down there talking about cross-dressers. Is that the problem the country is facing? Honorable Umar Muda Lawal, are you not in the country to understand the fact that people are suffering? That people are dying on a daily basis? Is your colleague not Smart Adeyemi of Kogi State? Is he not a member of the House seeking that an end should come to insecurity in the country? Is it not your mate? And you are sitting down there talking about cross-dressers, cross-dressings and all of those things. How many cross-dressers do we have in a country? Do you know how many people are starving? How many people are finding it difficult to have 2 square meals a day? Do you know how many people it's difficult for to pay their children's school fees? Do you know how many people whose businesses have collapsed because of lack of electricity? Do you know how many people have lost their businesses and works because of lack of pipe and water? Do you know how many people have lost their life because of lack of proper healthcare services? All of these things are not worthy to be discussed by the members of the House of Representatives other than cross-dressing. Cross-dressing. Bobrisky. It's really, really terrible and very, very sad. Very sad. The problem of Nigeria is going this way. The lawmakers are going this way. These are the people that are supposed to actually look into the problems of the Nigeria and push it through to the federal government and push it throughout to Aso Rock and let there be solutions. It is so sad and very, very terrible that nobody in that House of Representatives can actually stand up to kind of make sure that at least one of these problems comes to an end in this particular era. Is that a problem that we have? It is so shameful and very, very sad indeed. There are no two ways about it. There are no two ways to describe what this Umar Muda Lawal, whatever it is, has said, other than some sort of a dirty content as something that is supposed to be whipped for. It is so terrible. Even if you are benefiting, you are enjoying money today, have you taken 1 or 2 seconds of your time to think about the people who cannot afford 1 square meal because of the situation of the country? Have you thought about the people that cannot go to school, the pupil, the students that cannot go to school? ASU strike, university students are home. The course that's supposed to take 3 years is taking 5 years or more. There's no bill to be passed. There's no bill to be discussed in the House of Representatives other than that. It is so sad and so shameful. Thank you guys for listening to this one. If you have any comment, please drop it down below and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.